Hey guys, this is Jaden here, and in this video, I thought I'd take the time to talk to you guys about how I feel about this news that came out a while ago, but has been kind of getting more popular on the internet lately. As I've seen people like share community posts talking about this news, and there have also been other people making videos talking about how they specifically feel about this news, like Shea Frillis Productions and Mario Sonic Philly Fan 700. So yeah, since I'm a big Shrek fan, I've made many Shrek videos over the years, and hell, I even fucking started this channel while being in the middle of a Vegeta 2 Shrek 2 movie spook project. So yeah, why don't I join a party and make a video sharing how I feel about Shrek 5 happening? Well, okay, so to be honest, like I'm not too pissed. I'm not too pissed that it's happening, and I definitely feel better about it happening than I do with how Megamind 2 had happened and how Toy Story 5 is supposed to be happening. But at the same time, I'm not really that excited about it either, despite me being a big Shrek fan. It's probably because of okay, so let me just go over my opinions on the Shrek movies real fast. First two movies, fucking awesome, awesome, flawless masterpieces. They're both great, with the second movie being slightly better in my opinion. Shrek the third, maybe I don't like it as much as I did when I was younger, honestly, but I still think it's a really good and underrated movie. And then we get to the fourth movie. Which, yeah, I do know that film has been getting more popular in recent years because Shea Frillis made a video defending it, talking about how it's an underrated gem. And yeah, I know that some people really do like this movie and agree with Shea Frillis Productions that it is an underrated gem. But for me, even though, like, okay, this film came out like, what, 14 years ago. And I do remember going back and forth with it over the years about it being a good movie or not. And yeah, I do remember even rewatching the movie almost 2 years ago after having mixed thoughts about it for a little bit and doing that thoughts video on Shrek 4 that I did way back in early August of 2022. And yeah, in that video, I stated that it's just a good movie, but like pretty bad as a Shrek movie. And that opinion still stands, except I've seen Shrek 4 like maybe two or three more times since I made that video. Probably because Nickelodeon, like probably partly because Nickelodeon aired that movie like to no hell last year. And I also remember me rewatching that movie off my Shrek box set in Spanish a few months ago. And yeah, my opinion still stands, except I think I like Shrek 4 like at least a little less than I did when I made that thoughts video on Shrek 4. And again, it's not a bad movie. Like, it's not a bad movie, but as a Shrek movie, it's like fucking garbage. It's fucking garbage, and it didn't need to be made. Again, this is coming from a guy who's a big Shrek fan, who absolutely adores the first two movies, as like really likes the third movie. But Shrek 4, I might have used to love it in the past since I've gone back and forth with this movie over the years. But now I definitely don't love this movie anymore. I'm sorry. I know there's people who agree with Shea Frillis about it being an underrated gem. But if you ask me, it's more of an overrated nothing burger, to be honest. Like an overrated nothing burger. Like, I'm sorry. Like, it seems like no matter how many times I watch the film and no matter how much of Shea Frillis' video that I watch, I just like can't love it the same way he does. And yeah, I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's got some cool things about it, like some funny moments, like the Do the Roar Kid and a nice ending. But still, I'm kind of pissed that it exists. It didn't really need to be made. I feel like it would have worked better if it wasn't a Shrek movie, you know? Like if it was the exact same movie but with like a different kids movie franchise, like maybe a sequel for another DreamWorks franchise, or maybe it's like own original animated kids movie. Even though I've heard people talk about how this movie like kind of rips off It's a Wonderful Life, but still, yeah, Shrek 4 is like the main reason why I'm not that excited about Shrek 5 happening. Even though I'm not crazy pissed that's happening, I do think DreamWorks does have a chance of making it a good movie. Maybe I don't think they'll make it as good as they made the first two Shrek movies, but I still think they have a chance of making it good and making it better than Shrek 4, even if that's not a crazy high bar to hurdle, since they did come out with Puss in Boots: The Last Wish and like almost 2 years ago, and that was a pretty solid movie. And I do remember when I made my thoughts video on Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, I stated that I just think it's like a good 7 out of 10 movie, but I saw more people kind of like go crazy over the Puss in Boots sequel on YouTube, talk about how it's way better than the first Puss in Boots movie, and it's like really good. And yeah, that got me to thinking maybe I should rewatch the Puss in Boots 2 movie, which maybe I will rewatch the Puss in Boots 2 movie at some point in the future. Who knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I can especially imagine me wanting to watch it in Spanish. But yeah, Puss in Boots 2, it was a pretty solid movie. I think both Puss in Boots movies are easily better than Shrek 4. So yeah, I do think DreamWorks does have a chance of making this, even though like yeah, even though they just came out with that Megamind 2 movie earlier this year, and I haven't exactly seen the Megamind 2 movie. Like I might have seen like a couple of small clips of it off YouTube, and I did see the trailer for it, and I did later talk about how I feel about Megamind 2 happening, but that's about it. And apparently, yeah, I did the right thing not watching that movie, as a bunch of people have said that it's bad and it has a pretty low score on Rotten Tomatoes and all that stuff. But still, like Mario Sonic Philly fans said, that was like more of a streaming service type of movie, on Peacock. On Peacock, not a theatrically released movie like the first Megamind was. So, yeah, Shrek 5, it's going to be theatrically released. Sorry, tongue twister, theatrically released with the original voice actors of Shrek being behind it, unlike the Megamind sequel. So yeah, chances are DreamWorks will put more effort into this film and make it really good and make it way better than Megamind 2. So yeah, I do have a bit of a good feeling about Shrek 5 overall since I'm a big Shrek fan. But at the same time, I'm not that excited about it either. I don't think I think they'll most likely not make this film as nearly as good as the first two Shrek movies, and it will be worth watching. I mean, when it comes out, yeah, I probably will watch it since, like I've said many times already, I'm a big Shrek fan. I love Shrek a lot. I love it a similar way as I love Toy Story, but at the same time, like, yeah, again, I'm not too crazy about it, not too excited about it. I mean, honestly, I would rather have them just make a Puss in Boots 3 or something. I still think that it's unnecessary and that it doesn't need to exist, even though, like, Mike Myers would really like to voice Shrek again, and the original voice actors would like to get back into voicing the Shrek movies again. And that's all cool, but man, if, like, I remember hearing news, like, 2 years ago about how Mike Myers would like there to be a Shrek movie every year. Now, granted, he did say that like 2 years ago, so I can imagine his opinion changing since he stated that. But still, like Mike Myers, I'm saying this as an honest viewer. Would you really want them to milk out like your most popular movie franchise for you to be able to voice Shrek every year? I mean, I'm not trying to destroy your wish or anything. I mean, I can understand why you'd want to voice Shrek again since he's like your most popular character, and I can see how you'd really enjoy giving him the awesome Scottish voice that you gave him. But still, would it really be worth milking out the Shrek movies? But yeah, I think I'm dragging on with this video at this point. That's how I feel about Shrek 5, you guys. If you guys want to, you can let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about Shrek 5 happening. If you think it'll be better than like any other Shrek movie, like if you think it'll be better than Shrek 3 or 4, if you think or even if you think it will be even better than the first two movies for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of us can agree it will be at least better than Megamind 2 and or Toy Story 5, but I don't think those are insanely high bars to hurdle. But yeah, with all this being said, guys, I'm just going to close the video off, edit it up together, and upload it, and continue with my life. So yeah, have a good night, everybody. Thank you all for watching the video, and bye.